Hey, thank you for tuning in to Joe Closeit. My name is Joe Sheehan, and I've got my good friend Tim Pearson, the title expert I like to bring in to answer your questions. And I was recently at a social event, and a lot of people had questions for me about how they know if they own their home and what title insurance is. Tim, what is title insurance?
Title insurance actually is a product that ensures that you have good marketable title to the property. And if there's any kind of defects or anything that need to be taken care of, we notify those up front so that you know that when you do get your title to the property, it is good. Now, if we do miss something, that's what title insurance is for.
So defects are the things we're talking about. Defects in title are the kinds of things that could mean you don't own your house. What are defects? Give us some examples.
Well, you can have multiple different types of defects, and it doesn't mean that
Give us the most common.
Yeah, maybe you don't not own your home, let's say. I mean, you can have things like somebody will have a mortgage that is still filed against your property. Maybe it's a next door neighbor, and they put the wrong legal description on it, and then
that's really a problem if you don't like your neighbors.
Yeah, and you don't like your neighbors, but if you go to get a refi and you show up that there's a mortgage on your piece of property.
So you are going to drop your rate, but you can't because your neighbor's got a mortgage on your property.
Yeah.
Tell me, what are the things that can go wrong?
Oh, you can have that. You can have deeds that are filed against the wrong piece of property.
Just
you
a typo, a mistake in the recording data?
Yeah, you can have that. You can have fraud. You can have forgeries.
Or people lie about who owns your house?
You can have missed heirs. So if somebody passes away and you only have a couple of the heirs when really there should have been 4. That happens all the time too.
Yeah. Or your property boundaries could be misrecorded.
Property boundaries could be messed up. We are a upfront investigator. Before we issue the title policy, we investigate, we find out what we think is wrong with the property from a legal standpoint, and we tell you how to correct it before we will insure. Mm-hmm. This is the reason title insurance is a one-time fee. So when you buy the policy, you pay once. You don't pay every year. And it's basically a coverage from this point in time that it's issued back in time all the way to the beginning of recorded history. But if they do have a valid claim and say like somebody really does have an interest in your property that you thought you owned, mm-hmm. and we insured you, we would kick in our attorneys, come to your defense, which is part of the one-time fee for title insurance, right. And we would have to defend you no matter what it took. And if in the end result, if the title company lost the suit, we would then have to pay the policy amount, right. Is what that would be.
Think about this. This is usually your home is the biggest investment you make in your life. This is where you spend the most money on any single asset, and having an insurance policy to protect your right to own that, free and clear of any other kind of problems, encumbrances, lies that people could tell about it, any of that kind of stuff. It's really important. So title insurance really protects your clean ownership over your house to protect that equity and that value and your rights regarding that property.
That's correct.
All right, yeah. So you'd recommend title insurance?
Oh, absolutely.
Insurance. Can I buy title insurance today?
Absolutely. You certainly can. What you have to do is we still have to do the research to make sure that everything is fine, and if there's an issue, we'll tell you what it is. Fix it, then we'll issue your policy for you.
So call your loan officer or call your realtor if you want to buy title insurance now, and find out who they recommend and go see somebody like Tim Pearson here and protect one of the most important assets you have in your life, your home. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Joe Closeit. If you like these videos, subscribe. You'll get these coming directly to your email. Share them with your friends. And hey, thanks, Tim, for being here.
Thank you, Joe. Bye, Tim.